Charlie Strong said he didn't want the UCF loss to turn into 2 losses. That's a little easier to accomplish when your next opponent hasn't scored an offensive touchdown in back-to-back games. Out to Tampa, where former WKU head coach Willie Taggart resides at South Florida. First quarter, Teddy Bridgewater dropping back and sending it to the guy who's close to his hometown of Bradenton, Florida. Damian Copeland, 20-yard touchdown, 7-0. Bridgewater, 25 of 29, 86% on the day. Second quarter, 3rd and goal from inside the 1. Dominique Brown stuffed. They had 2 straight runs from the 1. Field goal instead, 10-3 Louisville. Next drive, though, complete busted coverage by the Bulls. The tight end is wide open. Gerald Christian, 69 yards, 17-3 Louisville at the half. Bridgewater on the day, 344 yards, 3 touchdowns. It is 20-3 now in the 4th. Dominique Brown, 5-yard touchdown catch. Led U of L in receiving to go along with 125 yards on the ground. He had 6 catches to lead all receivers. Ensuing drive, the defense won it 3 turnovers and a score. They got 2 takeaways. Charles Gaines, though, provided the score. 70-yard pick 6. Louisville wins 34-3. The Cards were happy, degenerate gamblers were happy, and a big game for Dominique Brown, 186 yards rushing and receiving.
We was concerned, but, we just said it couldn't happen like it did last year. We'd come back and lose one at UConn. We pretty much got an experienced group in there. We pretty much got leaders and stuff like that. So they were stressing the whole thing in practice. Like, we can't let it happen. Great experience. I had to stay humble and stuff like that throughout the whole process. Just when I got my opportunity, just went out there and did what I had to do.
Well, it's just, when you play so many backs, I think a lot of times they don't even know they know who's in the backfield, but they for sure know who the quarterback is. But it's good that because he has that toughness to him and he runs so hard.
Log on to WDRB.com for more coverage of U of L's win over USF. That's where you'll find our post-game report. Just click on sports. U of L fans hoping both for Cardinal wins and UCF losses in the BCS Bowl race. That didn't happen against lousy UConn. Blake Bortles, 10-yard touchdown run. That made it 14-3 Knights. He also threw for 4 touchdowns. UCF rolls 62-17 to remain unbeaten in American Conference play. One American Athletic Conference team that nobody is talking about, everybody's sleeping on, with the exception of maybe Tom Lane in the WDRB sports office, Houston. The Cougars went to Piscataway today and pounded Rutgers 49-14. So that keeps Houston at the top of the American standings at 3-0 with UCF. The Cards aren't just chasing the Knights, though. They're the Cougars, 2 up top. They will have a game against them on November the 16th, but first U of L has a bye upcoming, then at UConn before hosting Houston on the 16th. Over to the Cats now, and this was the sign Kentucky quarterback commit Drew Barker retweeted after the Mississippi State loss Thursday. Keep calm, the class of 14 is coming. For a lot of UK fans, though, there is something to be said for staying competitive in Mark Stoops' first season. UK had a chance to take the lead in Starkville with 2 minutes left in the game. Whether you believe in moral victories or not, Stoops most certainly does not.
We're going to look it dead in the face. It is what it is, and it's not okay. We're all going to coach better. They're going to play better. We're going to address these issues, and we're going to get better, and we're going to keep on fighting. That's it. End of story.
There is something to be said, though, about having your players believing, too, despite a 1-6 record. Perhaps a glimpse into that here. Punter Landon Foster on Twitter after the game, quote, "We are so close. I can't wait until we reach our potential and all 3 phases are clicking at the same time. So close. Hashtag Big Blue Nation." Quarterback Patrick Tolles as well. Quote, "We will get better. We appreciate y'all's support." The positive vibes around WKU after beating UK to open the season have been sucked out of Bowling Green after a 1-2 conference start, hosting Troy on homecoming. Down 10-3 in the second, 4th and goal. Antonio Andrews scores 144 yards and a touchdown for Andrews. Tied at 10, 3:30 left in the half. Leon Allen from 3 yards out. Hilltoppers up 20-10 at the half. Different story in the second half. 4th quarter, Jordan Chun gives Troy a 32-26 lead after a 2-point conversion. Same score, minute 30 left in the game. It's 4th and 1 for WKU. They go to the workhorse, Andrews, very close. It would require a measurement stopped short. That was the ball game. WKU loses 32-26, now 4-4 on the year, 1-3 in the Sun Belt Conference. While IU football was on a bye, Hoosier basketball took the floor in Bloomington. First exhibition game against one of Bellarmine's rivals, Southern Indiana from Division II. 5 minutes left in the first. It's tied at 22. Henner Mascara-Perea on the block, bucket and the foul. Hoosiers up 3 after the free throw, 9 points for Mascara-Perea. Next possession, Yogi Farrell in the corner for 3. 28-22 Indiana. Farrell 6 of 10 from 3. 0 of 5 from 2. Weird. Closing seconds of the half. Much of the freshman talk has been about Noah Vonleh. He had 9 points and 12 rebounds, but Troy Williams stood out as well. The dunk right before the halftime buzzer. Hoosiers up 8 at the half. Williams had a double-double, 10 and 10. Second half, it's a 2-point game at one point. Farrell was feeling it, though, from 3. Game-high 20 points. Tom Crean said afterwards, I think the fans are really going to enjoy this team, but they'll want to pull their hair out once in a while. Indiana wins 83-68. To horse racing, where jockey Rosie Napravnik added another first female line to her horse racing resume, this time at Keeneland, where Napravnik has become the first female to capture the leading rider title at the Lexington track. Napravnik added one more win today on the last day of the fall meet. That gave her 17 wins, 6 more than the next closest jockeys. Opening day of the fall meet at Churchill Downs, by the way, is tomorrow. Back around town, St. X hosting Trinity in the 7th Region Boys Soccer Championship. Didn't take long for the home team to score. Bobby Buse with the kick, Jake Somerville with the header. 1-0 St. X about a minute 30 into the game. Trinity looking to answer that goal. Charlie Tankula, the throw in to Kobe Kuala. He's headed for the goal and puts it in. But it would take penalty kicks to decide this one. Trinity wins on PKs 2-1 the final. We are out of time. Good night.